to seek happiness in life. Before understanding from where this suffering business came, so we need to understand that how we landed up here. All of us, from our childhood onwards, every part of our life, every day, everything we do, we seek for happiness. That is nothing wrong in that. All of us, we seek happiness. We wanted to enjoy life. We have that life is a gift, so we want to enjoy the life as much as possible, and that's absolutely fine. So we are also given the 5 senses to interact with the external world. So mostly whatever we mean as a happiness, that is basically the gratification of the senses. We eat good food and listen to good music and things like that, and see good places. And we can have the good friends to communicate. All this kind of these are the family. Also, we have a family and feel joy about happiness in the family, and we look for that, not only our happiness, our family's happiness. So this is what we seek. Everything we do, it is mostly we seek for our own happiness or happiness of our near and dear ones. Mostly, indirectly, it is our happiness, because if you see our near and dear one happy, we get happy. So in that sense, yes, all we look for in the life is happiness. So everything we do, with whatever decision we take, we see whether it make me happy or unhappy. So we choose the option what we feel that it is for our own happiness. So that's how we operate in life from the beginning, whether consciously, unconsciously. That is our fundamental reason, fundamental aim, fundamental goal for whatever we do, whatever action we take. Yeah? So if we go to some place to visit or travel, that's for our own happiness. Yeah? So that we feel we go there happy. Suppose we go to have some good restaurant, have a good food. That food will make us happy. The place will make us happy. We meet with our friends and other families, and we feel that it makes us happy. If we guess that something, some place or some people will not make us happy, we avoid them. Yeah, mostly that's how we operate. We keep distance from that interaction. Will not be happy by doing those interactions. Yeah. Happiness also, there is some element of duty. Suppose not always 100% happiness, but we do certain things from the duty. Well, suppose our parents and other things, we do duty. Those are not always for looking for happiness, but again, seeing others happy, like whatever the duty we do, to whom we are due services, our time or effort or money or whatever way we can. So that getting them fulfilled, content makes us happy. So that's why we do. So all of us that is, you can say that normally the life is driven by the happiness. So even there was one sadhvi, sadhika from the Himalayas. She came. I think she has her ashram in Haridwar or someplace. She came in the year 2012 December. There was a World Parliament on Spirituality happened. That is at 21st December, the day when the transition took place. We discussed a lot of time earlier. From where the new transition started in 2012, 21st of December. That time there was a big conference in Hyderabad. Yeah, say they have a, I think Brahma Kumari Center is there, and there is a big auditorium there, Babatar Babaji Auditorium, and in auditorium that conference took place. She came here, and everybody was sharing. Our Guruji or Dr. Premji Nirmal, he was also invited to give talk and things like that. We attended as a delegate. Anyway, so there, one point she was mentioning about, which is so true. He says, whatever advertisements you see, yeah, no matter what the product, whether it's a holiday or it's a car or it's a house and whatever they're selling, you will always say the happy picture, people with a happiness. Even the soap, there is a happiness, laughing, smiling, and all those things. They're saying those advertisements not selling the product. They're basically selling happiness. Means if you use it, if you go there, if you buy it, you will be happy. Yeah? So that, calls the principle that it is happiness. We are driven by happiness. All the choices, whatever those kinds of advertisements and all those see. So those are not really explaining the product per se. After using that, what people will feel, that's what they are projecting mostly. Yeah. So it is so true. So basically, that indirectly, those came out a lot to find out the research. So what is the primary driving force? The people spend money on something. Primary driving force is happiness. I like to be happy. I like to enjoy. And that's why I'm ready to pay for this. I'm ready to buy it. I'm ready to go there. I'm ready to have these things. I'm ready to use it. That's the fundamental logic behind all those things. Yeah. So it is so true that all our normal decision is driven by the happiness. Even in the earlier stage, suppose we are, our parents used to study hard and all those things. And finally, their goal is so that we can have, established a position in the society. We have a good job, good earning. We can, afford whatever we like to do. And that's why we got happy. So they were raising us for happiness. Okay. They were not saying that, you need not to do anything. You just keep studying and all those things and satisfy yourself. No need to, do and get a job or saying, no parent. I don't think anyone of us told us like that, guide us like that. It's a different case. Somebody is not successful in life. They cannot say anything. That's a different thing. I'm saying the encouragement is given for the betterment of our life. So looking us, successful, they become happy. So again, the driving force behind those kind of advices, suggestions, and guidance is their happiness. They wanted to see the good thing for us. Nothing wrong in that. Yeah. But the truth is, all these driving forces are towards our own happiness, directly our own or through some of near and dear ones, getting them successful, getting them healthy, getting them, good in their relationships, settled in life, and things like that. That makes us happy. Yeah. So that is the fundamental rationale. So it is. I hope it is clear that is what we were conditioned from our childhood. Our mind is conditioned to seek happiness in everything we do. Yeah. Any choices we make, we like to buy one particular car, we like to go to some restaurant, like to meet with someone. All these choices are basically governed by the seeking happiness from life. That's it. Yeah, the fundamental thing. That's understandable. All of us, we are experiencing it and all those things. Now, question comes: what happens after that? See, seeking happiness is a fundamental thing. It's all clear by now. Yeah. Next, see that what is our experiences from life. Whatever our aim, what we tried to do, it's clear. Yeah. Then comes the second point, that always we aim towards positive, but landing into negative. Yeah. Mostly, if you see our life experiences, we started with good to be happy. Everybody has a right to be happy. Yeah. We have not done anything wrong. We have not done, our intentions were not bad to punish someone and screw someone and, the torture someone, etc. There's never that is our priorities. We just wanted to be happy. Many people, after several experiences from life, they started asking questions. I have not done anything wrong to anyone. I just wanted to be happy. Why I have landed up here? Yeah. So even if our goal in life, what choices we make, for our own happiness. We have not done anything wrong to anyone. We have not do anything. But in the process of life, we see a lot of events, situations, characters. They're harming us. Harming means creating negative feeling in us, creating negative experiences. Yeah, series of negative experiences they're ultimately creating. That is where after we tried everything, but sometimes there are few wins, but mostly there unexpectedly it fall into something which we didn't like. Yeah. That is where those people who have already experienced life, like who has faced the heat of life, you can say, they come to a conclusion. Life is like in the darkness, few fireflies here and there. That is happening, glimpses of happiness, but mostly dark, mostly negative. That is also overstatement, but anyway, that's what they feel. Maybe few happiness. I was joyful, that at certain event, and I feel joy. Then one telephone call come that spoil my day. Whatever, something went wrong, somebody met with accident, somebody hospitalized, and this that kind of. So whatever the happiness we are trying to enjoy, and it takes away from by some other event, and mostly negative. Yeah, that's why it's called ki andhere mein thoda sa jugnu. Few here and there. That is a glimpses of happiness. Most of us, that is our experience. Yeah. So even though we have a happiness for a shorter duration, but mostly it is full of negative thing, or we are cautious, we are not to, say something. People have a different kind of, they develop different kind of skill to face with all those kind of adversities of life. Yeah. Sometimes they develop masking themselves. They pretend themselves something which are not. They pretend they are smiling. So, but actually by heart they are crying. But they have to smile. There are no other option. Yeah. So that is a phase, that skill they develop, how to smile in the extreme pain. And some people, they try to develop some kind of avoiding, but that something is, I will not look there, as if not looking there, it will disappear. It will not, it is like just a rabbit putting the head on the pole. It is not that, but it is this kind of skill they developed. And sometimes they developed some kind of attitude issue, like they suppress others to feel that little bit of superiority, given by the ego, of course, but that superiority feeling by suppressing others, abusing others, or scolding others, they give them that pleasure. So they habituated their life transform into how to put others down and feel better. That is where their so-called happiness transformed into. They're looking for happiness, they couldn't get it. Suppress others and shut the mouth of others and distance from others, or overpower them. Whatever power they have, whatever privilege they have, they use that against others to feel feel better. Yeah? Anyway, so that that the list is almost unlimited. Different kind of stills. In the process, we are going away from who we truly are. We think that these. I was, most of the people that think I was originally very good person, but situation make me like that. Yeah. The situations, this other people, or this environment, that toxic, politics in the office, or this my family, those kind of family situations. I have to convert myself into. But when series of conversion happens, at one point of time, you realize you lost your true self. You are completely, sold off into so-called negativities of life. You are just maybe whatever the show need to give, and maybe our actual relationship broken, but on the Facebook we write, "Oh, Janu, I love you." That's all. So there is no such thing. And even that there is a song of Bhupen Hazarika stating that it's the Assamese song also, in the Bengali version also. Premhin bhalo basha beshe beshe bhengechi nijer ghor. Means premhin means there is no into that relationship, but we show that that is only for the show. By doing that loveless relationship, we have broken our houses. That's what it means. Yeah. Houses means families. So why we have to come to that level? Because we thought that is our, only survival tool. That is where, end of the day, we have to live. If I don't behave like that, then we'll not be able to live. We have to live in the society. We have to, maintain our so-called reputation and things like that. So finally, we landed up in a part of the show, one of the character in a big show. Show means all false. Means this is just a show. Show is show. It's not the truth. Yeah. Fine. So that is what we landed up into, and that is where it is fine. And this kind of situations, by as we have the intelligence, we then, finally, when we spend some years of our time, then when we are alone, like when we are not facing the society or others, then what we do? Yeah? What we do is mostly we recall all the negative experiences we faced in life. Maybe somebody has said some bad words to me 5 years back. Somebody has cheated me maybe 10 years back. Somebody has I didn't get my due. Somebody has unfairly treated me, or all those kind of memories. When we are alone, we recall all those memories. It's called grudging about the past. Those are already happened. They will not come back. No matter how many times you think about it, those are not going to change. That will remain there. But you are started thinking about this, and in the process, like some of the memories, some of the experiences, when you recall, then it is painful. It triggers emotion. We feel like crying, we feel like angry, and we feel like shouting and all those kind of things. That how come, I had to endure this kind of situation, this kind of misbehavior and things like that. Or what we do is we, based on this kind of experiences from our past, which is a facts. Yeah? So we did go through this kind of things. Suppose some family members they have created a havoc in our family, or in our professional life. There are many people try to overpower us. They try to go and talk negatively about us doing politics and things like that. Many. Or what we do, based on that, we are actually not sure what is going to happen for ourselves or our children or our family members in future. We worry. Anything, because of those experiences, we realize anything can happen at any time. So it can happen that something may affect the source of income, or maybe my health, or even the relationships. So what will happen to that? We got worried, really worried, and start thinking about it, and we don't find answers, because those things we are thinking mostly controlled by somebody else, not in our hand. If it is in our hand, we could have done it immediately, but it is not in our hand. That's why we worry. And we cannot get rid of the actual experiences, life experiences, which are mostly negative, and we cannot face that, So that's why it triggers the emotion, because we cannot do anything about it. We feel helpless, and then it, play with our emotions, and we got emotional. Anyway, see, these kind of things, these are very common in our lives. Even in the awake state, more than 60,000 thoughts pass through our mind. Those thoughts are, unless until we actively doing something, I'm talking that idle time, most of the thoughts are either we are grudging something happened in the past, and they are mostly negative, and we all worry about the future. There is a surprising thing if you analyze what you are thinking. those who are practicing it to understand the mind and all, then the method to do it is journaling. Like every few minutes, you write down what's going on in your mind. So maybe every 2 minutes or 3 minutes, you write down what is 2-3 words, and then you do it for about a half an hour or 1 hour. If you read that, what is at the time of that, what is going on in your mind, you will see they are mostly negative things, either grudging something happened in the past or worry about the future. So, and surprising thing is, normally we forget about the good experiences. We forget about hope and better thing may come in our life. We don't think about them. We think only the negative. What wrong can happen? How maybe we if we get into some disease or COVID, or if we if I become bankrupt, and if I lose my business, and if I that relationship, I lose the relationship. It's things like that. So the worry. Yeah. So in these things, if you see now, what is the truth? It is all I mention is that the third point, suffering and worries have their roots in time. What does that mean? Means if you truly analyze that, your suffering of negative experiences, it keep playing in your mind. That is called suffering. Actual, when it happened, it's gone. That is a painful experience, true, but that is gone long back. But what you are doing now, you are playing it in your mind, and that replay, like a broken record, you play the same thing again and again and again. You revisit your negative experiences again and again. Those are called suffering. We suffer from that. We are not saying that didn't happen, but what we are saying is you are replaying of that. That is called suffering. You are suffering in life because you are replaying those negative things too much, and without any like a productive outcome. You just keep playing, and even we become so habituated in playing those kind of negative things in our things, we develop that kind of attitude. We in fact share with others, to whom we feel our near and dear ones. We share the stories of how badly have been treated, maybe to seek their approval or seek their sympathy, no matter what is the thing. Even come to that extent that we glorify them. Suppose we had some kind of disease, maybe say 3 years back, we tell in length, what is the kind of pain we undergone and which hospital we went and what our mistreatment happened, and then we developed rashes, and then we applied that, and then they referred me to another bigger hospital, and then they did so many other things. We lost so much of money. These stories, that is glorifying your problem, isn't it? So we develop the attitude of problem. No matter what is the thing, what is the logic, basically there is no logic, but it's some kind of satisfaction, seeking sympathy or seeking approval of people, maybe. It is your social conditioning. But those are, you are publishing your negative thing. Those are actually your life of suffering. Not only you are suffering, you are advertising them with a loudspeaker and making it to the public and repeating it multiple times. Maybe somebody we found, they're listening, they become garbage bin, they're listening to all our problems. And so we, again, next day we'll start another series because that person is listening. Then we find out somebody new Bakra, to tell about all our problems. So, and like that, we develop an attitude of dumping our garbage into those as many places as possible. Isn't it our life of suffering and being in negativity and multiplying them? Same with the worries. What will happen in the future and all? We are so much worried, and you keep thinking. Yeah. So, and if you are looking for a solution, then you think about it, maybe half an hour, 1 hour, come to certain conclusion. Okay, we're going to do it, and then you forget, right? Because you already thought about it. If that happens, what you are going to do, there is a plan for it, and no matter, it should not come afterwards, because you already thought and already cleared that. particular project, what you are supposed to do. Do you stop thinking about it? Never. So you keep repeating. So it is not about finding a solution and close that file. You keep the file open. And if you see historically, whatever happened, maybe last 5 years, 10 years of your life, before that, whatever you are worried about, whatever you thought, 99% cases, they did not materialize. If they would, you have to take birth 10 times to face all those adversities. It didn't, some way something happened. It is not exactly followed the way you worried, way the negative things you thought about, your life. Yeah, it did not happen, and that is a reality. That is a fact. Few of them, yes, did happen, but okay. At the same time, you also, find out some solution, not the way you expected, but something. Somehow you survived, right? That's why we are here. Anyway, so those are the facts. That it is thinking too much negativity, and what happens is that that is, I think, is the next point. How it affects. Then, so it is clear. Suffering and worries have roots in time. Means we are never been into the present moment, or we call it now moment, because this is our reality, the truth, present moment. We never been in the present moment. Either we are grudging something happened in the past, or worry about the future. It's nothing happened. We are not concentrating on the present moment. Present moment is a gift. We are not enjoying our present moment because we are stuck into the past or future. That's why it is mentioned, our suffering and worries have their roots in time. It happened in the past, or it is going to happen in the future, but it is not in the present moment. And both of them, understanding is, present moment in time is the only truth. Your past is not the truth. It is your mind construct. And your future is also not the truth. It is your mind construct. And when I come to this point, the people challenge me that the past has already happened. How can be? It is not. It is a mind construct. It is not true. So thing is, it did happen, but happen in that present time. If something going to happen in future, it will happen that present time. So at the moment, these two scenarios are in your mind, nowhere else. They don't exist except in your mind. It is a thought, collection of thought, which call memory, or it is a worry. Those are also another kind of negative thoughts, bunch of negative thoughts. Those are the things in your mind. If you switch off your mind, they will disappear. Like when we sleep, we don't worry, we don't grudge. Because mind was stopped that time. I mean, active mind. Anyway, so present moment is the only truth. So we lose. Why we lose those happiness? Because we never been a present moment. We cannot enjoy present because we are too much involved by conditioning, too much involved into the past or in future. Both of them are not true. Those are illusions. So we run our life with a bunch of illusions all the time. And that's why we cannot enjoy our life in general. Yeah, because we miss this point all the time. Yeah, present moment you never be. Maybe something is a beautiful thing in front of us. We don't see it. We still stop thinking about what wrong had been done and why I don't deserve and all these things. So those are also called poor me syndrome. Okay. Anyway, we love poor me syndrome. That's why we spend our time in that. Okay. Now let's go to the next point. Negative thoughts trigger emotions, affect body chemistry, generate pain. So now let us talk about what happens if we live our life in this kind of negative thing. It is now understood from where the negativity is coming. We only allow that to happen. We ignore positive, allow the negative to pop up, glorify, and we share. And no matter, we are very, we run our life with a full of bunch of negative things. Okay, now see, now I'm coming to that point why our life is so painful. Yeah, those kind of negative emotions, negative thoughts, if it runs in our mind, that mind and body as completely interrelated. Physical body, mind, body, intellect package we call ego, and it's the mind and the body is fully interrelated. Like it's a one package. You cannot separate one from the other. If we give too much of injection of negativity in our mind because of those reasons what I spoke so far, then what happens is body has got its own intelligence. It tries to neutralize that kind of negativities. Yeah. So it injects some chemical into our body just to cope up that. Body cannot distinguish if it is a real threat or perceived threat. Understand it very clearly. Yeah? Body cannot distinguish. Mind tells the body, I am at the threat, I am in the negativity, I am facing adversities and all. Maybe you are recalling something happened 3 years back, but body cannot distinguish that. It is in your thought. Actually, you are not experiencing that right now. So what it does, as we are thinking negative, it gives some kind of hormones or any chemical, anyway, there. Whole medical science is there. It injects certain things, and the negative things mostly that they create toxins in our body. Those kind of the chemicals, what is being released, if they stay there for long, this is for your emergency mechanism. Yeah. So in our body, intelligence they have. But if you continuously run negative, so many, like emergencies it will create and internally, and they create that kind of pumping the emergency chemicals. And one point of time, our body will be full of toxins. It was not necessary, but as we are running negative things again and again and again, it is like calling a firefighter every day. Or something happened and false flag operation. Yeah, something they ring, they come, they put the water in your house and then gone. Next day again you call. What will happen? End of the day, your house will be full of flooded. If not, that wall will be collapsing by so much water into forced into that. Same thing happens with our body. Yeah. So much toxins are released into the body, those solidifies in the different parts of our body and they generate body pain. We do get the diseases because of that, because it was all created by our mind. We keep on repeating the same narrative and negative stories and all again and again and again. So body has got released whatever the is auto response and release some kind of chemicals. And when that chemical itself go to certain level, it's like calling a fire brigade and every day and flooding your house with full of water and things like that. The wall is collapsing, this is collapsing. It is not designed to hold that kind of water. It's for the emergency. Yeah. So anyway, or you can think of like some emergency, what is called fire extinguisher. If every 10 minutes you activate the fire extinguisher, your house will be full of gas. No? It was meant for emergency to extinguish the fire. But if you keep on pressing it every 10 minutes, you cannot live in the house. House will be full of fumes and things. It will be suffocating. Exactly this is what we are doing to our body. Okay, by our living pattern. That's why we feel so much disease. Our disease never go. And we think, what wrong I have done? That become added to the negative things and worries what we started with. Oh, this pain, that pain, back pain, shoulder pain, mouth pain, belly pain and whatnot, the knee pain, foot pain and all those things. I cannot sit properly, I cannot stand properly, I cannot what much, I cannot eat properly. If it cannot digest properly. If it digested, then I have a constipation, I cannot clear properly. All those things we develop. Why? Because we lived like that. So much of negativity. We are swimming in the ocean of negativity. And we are thinking that is the way to live a life. It is not. Whether you consciously do it, unconsciously, doesn't matter. As I mentioned, your body is an intelligent thing and it will respond. When a fire alarm is rang, fire brigade will automatically come. Fire brigade will not distinguish it is actually true fire or it is somebody by mistake press the button. It will come anyway. Okay, same thing here. So every time it is one something, then we landed up not only that our medical, tension and all those things in the physical body, so much pain, so much ache, so much this problem, that problem. Then we started taking medicine, this medicine, that medicine, dash dose, overdose, this doctor, that doctor, and then we landed up in a life full of doctors and medicines and this and which one is better, and all. We started glorifying people. So we visited that, and the next month I had this, and within a month I had another problem. Then we visit there, and all these things. That becomes our life. If you see the place where bedroom next to that full of medicines, okay, with most of them, what I explained so far, those bunch of medicine we developed. Just, solution will come later. If we not have thought those kind of negative thing to start with in the beginning, no matter what we faced in the life. Yes, events you cannot control, but suffering you can. That's why spirituality come into play. I will explain it a little later. Those repeating that story again and again and again, it is in your mind. Nobody has access to it. You could have stopped that. Yes, external event, you met with an accident, maybe you could not do anything. You may have to face that. But running that story in your mind, that painful experience again and again, this is called suffering. That definitely can be stopped. Or if not stopped, at least mitigated. Rather than spending 10,000 thoughts on that per day, we could have spent only 5 thoughts. That could have been saved our physical body and mind from this kind of, the physical pain, or because that will manifest as a physical pain. And that's how it works. Yeah. Then we got sick and we got trouble and we again started complaining, and that adds on to the list of things we complain about life. And because of that, maybe our relationship affected, then maybe our earning capacity get affected, then we blame this also, that also, this also, everything. And we are doomed, we are punished by God. Why God is punishing me? I have not done anything wrong. That is the poor me syndrome. Anyway, so then to go to the next point, okay, replacing. So what earlier point was, negative thoughts is the trigger emotions, and that emotion affect our body chemistry. That emotion actually started activating that chemical system inside our body, and that over the period of time that generate pain. Now next is the good idea. All this started with the negative thoughts, right? Yeah. Then we are all intelligent people, smart people, so we will think that, okay, when what we'll do is, negative thoughts started it, right? By something, I will learn something, we replace the negative thought with a positive thought. So we'll think positive all the time. And then our problem will be solved. We'll think always positive. It's a good idea. Okay, it's a very good idea. Many people try, millions, they tried. Positive thoughts, positive, replacement of negative thoughts with positive reinforcement. Yeah. Some people tried visualization. Very good, my life is good, Or some people even trying the chemical way, like alcoholism, drugs, to feel happy. I have a right to be happy. So all this came from that, I have a right to be happy. We are looking for happiness. Remember the first one from where we started our discussion. In the name of happiness, we do many things. We got indulgence in sensual pleasures, or even go to the chemicals. The addicted people, the terminology is used as a drug of our choice. Whether it is a liquid or solid, like a tablets, or fume, like a smoke, and that is different. The drug of your choice. Basically, what you do, you change your nervous system. Basically, the problem remains as a problem, but it changes the signals into your nerve. So bad experiences, you feel good about in the bad experience. Feel good because it changes, the signals changes, manipulated in the system and goes into the brain as happiness. So then you like that. So you cannot control the situation in your life, neither you control the thoughts. But if you have taken something of that nature, then it will alter your mind. they give you a feeling of positive, or at least different. That we get relieved from the, all pressures of life and, tension and pressure, like all, punishments of life. And that will become a release, an escape. That's feeling better. And we started from the beginning, we wanted to be happy, and this gives us a dose of happiness. Oh, what a wonderful life. Yeah. So, but the truth is, these are all illusion. You are creating illusion. Yeah, temporarily you are in a dream state of being happy, but dream is not the physical reality, right? When that effect of that choice, the chemical or drug of your choice, the effect goes, you hit with the hard reality even badly. Yeah. By the time the approach to life, is the way of talking and things all, get messed up again. You create a lot of enemies. Yeah. Anyway, but the thing is, that's how it's a good idea. Many people tried that. Yeah. Positive reinforcement. And some people, I'm not saying always drugs and things like that, alcohol. I'm saying some people actually try it by practicing good thing, only this thing. Nothing wrong in that. But the thing is that one point of time you realize these are all fake. It is not the truth. You cannot pretend to be happy all the time. Sometimes it works, yeah, some period of, but over the period of time, it becomes so much burdensome. Because it looks like that you are living a life of fake things, which is not true. Something from inside tells you it's not true. Some void you feel inside. Even though you honestly try to do something, how to, like, the famous book of Dale Carnegie, like how to influence people and friendship, and very good. Yeah, a lot of tips has been given how to be positive in everywhere. But I don't know whether you are aware or not. Dale Carnegie himself also, he has done suicide. Yeah? Means at the end of the day, he also could not handle the things he told, and it's a bestseller I think it is a bestseller over the century. His books. Then why he need to go into that? That is take the ultimate decision of ending his life. If the life is so good, following those kind of principles, because at the end of the day, truth will hit you. The reality, will hit you. You cannot do that. You cannot pretend to be happy. No matter what technique you use, visualization and the way you talk and things like that. You can do pep talks and things like that. Nothing wrong in that. I'm not saying you can try that. But thing is, that is not the ultimate solution. So these things, whatever so end of the day, the truth will reveal itself. So whatever you have so-called build up and things will crash down. There is another part in that. Why? Let us research why it did not work. So then I also done my research in my own way. I think Shweta, you are here by any chance?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shweta, can you share that in your the college I have given a lecture, no?
Yes, sir.
Few years back.
Sir. But PPT.
What was the topic?
Topic was
Can you share with the group?
scientific spirituality. And sir, PPT is with our admin. I have only the welcome video. Your PPT is with the admin.
No, fine. But
share it in group. Yes,
no,
sir.
it's okay. I'm not asking you to sharing. You remember what was the discussion?
Yes, sir. Discussion was about chakra system was also given, and to be in this was also given that be in present moment, how we can be there. Those things were also there.
Okay, so as the topic of discussion come, let me find out if that presentation what she is talking about. that was the conclusion. But initial part, I have given my own research on this one. Let me see. Just give me a second. Let me see if I can find out that one. Then I'll show few of the slides from that, because in this context it is important. Yeah. So just let me see. Okay, Techno Engineering College webinar, 28th May 2021. That's right. That is your, yeah?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Exactly.
Okay. So that was 4 years back. I think after that you joined your group, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, exactly.
Okay. So let me see if I can share it a few slides. It will be helpful in this context. Is rather than I verbally explain those few slides, I will show you. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So now let us go into the that is happiness through the scientific spirituality. That was the topic. That is, as I mentioned 4 years back, 28th of May, 2021. Yeah. Now, what's happening? Okay, so you can still see my screen. Somebody just unmute and tell me yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let me run through a few slides. Happiness through scientific spirituality, okay, this is I think 28th. That way I think it was changed to, from Dubai I was operating online. I've done 28th May from Dubai. Okay, now let me read quickly the bullet points here. Yeah, what is happiness? Oxford English definition of happiness. Okay, fine. There's a happiness definition. Okay, this is the research I was talking. There are a few question answers. First question, that was my actual research, what I presented to, the Sheta's Engineering College. I just giving the lecture, invited talk. So first question, we analyze why we cannot be happy all the time. Fundamental question. Then the brown color, if you see, that is our answer I got from my own research. I just explained here. So why we cannot be happy all the time? Because our mind cannot hold this positive state for a long time. Due to some negative events keep happening around us. These external events change our state of mind from positive to negative. As I was mentioning, maybe you are happy about something, suddenly from phone call come, some information come, and we see something, or somebody has, came in between, and that positive state goes. So why we cannot happy all the time? Because these things are keep on happening. They interrupt our happiness. Now, question number 2, how negativity enters into our mind. Then I was analyzing from where that negativity enters. Then you see outside events inject negative thoughts in our mind, which generate negative emotions. This way, we lose our state of mind. As I mentioned, maybe I was happy, like I was enjoying with some friends and maybe a good food in a restaurant. Then I received a call that my mother is sick and she needs to be admitted in the hospital. The state of happiness that disappeared. Then I have to run behind how to arrange that and who will take care of that and where to do, where to admit and things like that. So I cannot hold that because some event has happened from outside that takes away the so-called some glimpses of happiness what I was facing that time. Question number 3.
We can see only the first screen. We cannot see what you're showing. Only the first page we can see.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Good that you told me. Let me go back and try to see that.
Yeah. Now we can see.
Okay, because this I don't know whether I can change the. I cannot change the slide here. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
you can go to full screen mode maybe.
huh?
Full
What is that?
screen. If you
Full
just
screen
press,
mode.
yeah, if you just press that button on the left side of the slider on the right hand bottom to make it full screen, and then press down arrow each time.
Full screen, a slide, yeah?
Slide.
Slideshow.
Yeah, slide.
So you can see that slide now.
Slide is visible, but
It
just
is.
press
It is
down arrow
changing.
and see if it changes.
It
Or
is changing now.
page down, and it changes.
Okay, it is
No,
changing now.
no.
I think we can zoom
No.
in the screen too. Like I can just put my finger and I can zoom in and I can read the screen.
Okay. Anyway, so now you see one slide, right? Self-analysis question
Right.
1, 2, 3,
Right,
4.
right. Yes.
We'll do one thing. While changing the slide, not many. Changing the slide, I'll go out and join again with the new slide. Okay.
Okay.
Rather than experimenting now. So, okay. So first question was why we cannot be happy all the time. That we explain how negativity enters in your mind because outside event they cannot hold our positive state for long. Why we allow negative thought to enter in the first place. Now we are thinking about researching about whether we can put some kind of filter. Okay. Then we realize we have no control over our thoughts. Even though we do not want, still the negative thoughts keep coming. So uncontrollability is an issue. That's why we cannot filter them. And then that is the fourth point. Have you tried to do then they tried to filter, but negative, they never succeeded. So this is the uncontrollability part comes. We tried to stop, but we could not. So now let me stop, go back, go to the next slide. Why we cannot, we tried to filter only positives to enter in our mind, but never succeeded. Now, why is that? Yeah. To understand that, we need to go into this particular we need to go to the next slide. I just stopped sharing, again resharing with the new slide. Okay, so you see the another slide, magnets.
Yeah, Guruji.
Okay, fine. I'm not going to full screen mode. I think I will do from here itself. So why we cannot get only positive without any negative? Because those are like polar opposites. They come together like a bar magnet. If we just break it, suppose we wanted to take the North Pole out and leave the South Pole behind. If we do that, then automatically another South Pole and the North Pole develops. Okay. Suppose again we say, oh, I'm not successful. Let us break it further. So you go and further you break here and then you develop again. It can keep on breaking it. It will develop that up to the molecular level. So in this experiment, what is that? We conclude that to get rid of any polarity, we need to let go both and become the neutral or zero state. So that means in this magnet experiment, we can get rid of suppose you want to take only one pole is not possible. Other pole will automatically come with that. It is another face of the same coin. So how to get rid of, suppose South Pole we wanted to get rid of. So if we can do some demagnetize that piece of iron, then it will lose its magnetism and it will come to neutral mode. So this is the clue how to get rid of negative thoughts in your mind. You cannot replace it with a positive thought. And that's why we failed it, because of this whatever we see in this magnetism, that is clearly tells us that is what is happening with the thoughts. We take only one part of the thought, another part of the thought, we cannot drop like that. It will automatically come. One moment there will be positive, another moment negative will come. That is the nature of thoughts. So clue is, if you want to go beyond it, then you have to drop the thought altogether. The clue is that you have to go to no thought zone. Then only the negative thought will stop bothering you. And no thought zone means that is the area of meditation. Okay, so let me see what is the next one. Mind, operate, flow of thoughts, etc. that we have given. Okay, so anyway, you understand those experiments. Now let me continue with our normal talk. So those are the experiment. That was the experiment I was talking about. You can see me back again. Say yes, somebody. I stopped the presentation.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay, all right. Okay, so now we are saying that replacing negative thoughts with positive ones is good idea, but practically failed. That's what the experiment we done, and I explained to you like a magnet experiment. It's a good idea that you want to take only positive, but it was never. Millions that tried but failed. It's not possible. Then next point is inner peace lies in stillness. I was talking about the thoughts. Like externally, when the noise stops, it's called silence. Internally, when the thought stops, that is called stillness. When we go to the stillness of the mind, then the inner peace they develop. Like we don't get bothered by the negativities of life. Peacefulness comes. How? Because dropping illusions of time and mental activities. Here, I think we need to understand in little detail. If we go to the stillness of the mind, through meditation, of course, that we practice, like mind is controlled, still, no thought. Then what happens? The negative thoughts will not come. Yeah. Positive will also not come. No thought will come. Pass through our mind. As they are not coming through our mind, it will not trigger the emotion. Will not get angry, will not get upset, will not, the feeling sad about something happened in the past or whatever, worries and things like that. So thoughts are not there. So it will not trigger the emotions. As the trigger, it is not triggering the emotion. It will not release the toxins in our body, and our body ache and health will improve. Okay. All are achieved just by calming down your mind through meditation. And another thing will happen in the stillness, when mind is silenced, that is called stillness, no thought, then you develop connection to your soul consciousness, because no thought means your ego cannot control you. You are always at the present moment, because the thought is not taking you to in the past and future. So you have to be in the present moment. When the present moment, the bridge opens up with your own soul consciousness. Your soul is always be at the peaceful, blissful state, Sachidananda state. All the time it is in Ananda, in the joyful state. So you tap into that. Tapping is only possible if you silence your mind. You can see it is a bridge. If you're running around here and there, then you cannot cross the bridge. But when you focused, then you start walking through that narrow bridge and go to the other side where your soul consciousness is. That is how we change the dimension. We go to the energy dimension or soul dimension, higher dimension, divine domain or something like that. But the pathway to go there is silencing your mind, being rooted into the present moment. If you root into the present moment and stillness of the mind or present, it's called now moment. If you are in the now moment, what will happen is whatever mind construct get dropped. So also your sense of time, because you are rooted in the present moment. Yeah. So all your past, all your future business dropped. because mind cannot take you there. So sense of time with the illusion were created earlier about the suffering, so-called, through that time, like those kind of, apparatus, those are dropped, So then sense of that time and the mental illusions get dropped because your mind is not active at that time. Mind is still. Through that, you get direct connection to your own soul consciousness. That soul consciousness, it knows everything. It has got all the joy, and also you get connected to it, and you already lead towards that peaceful, blissful state. It is a state of your soul that now you are aligned with your soul consciousness. You're not importing anything. You just stop that, the chaos, stop that the interference, and that just automatically get connected to it. Like you have a lot of layers of dirt on the mirror. So if you clean that mirror, like a thoughts and all mind constructs, the image become clean. You see the truth as it is, which is the truth of that your soul consciousness. That's what it is mentioned about, that it is that the inner peace lies in stillness. When you get connection, the peace comes. Peace is that neutrality. In the magnet case, you dropped all the duality. You become unity conscious. Our soul operates from the unity consciousness. There is no good and bad there. Like or dislike is not there. Everything is experience. You are enjoying the experience. There is no good and bad. So like, dislike doesn't matter. You are experiencing through your physical body, and you are at peace. You are stable. You are still, and dropped all the illusions of time, and all the mental activities are dropped. So you are living the truth by that connection. So next is the blissful state is the domain of consciousness. That place where the peace, it is a consciousness. You are no longer, you are in the ego domain. Ego domain is mind, body, intellect package. You have uska pare chala gaya. You go beyond that. You touch the consciousness, which is itself is a blissful state. So by connecting, you also come into the blissful state. And you experience the beauty of the truth. Sattam, Sivam, Sundaram. The truth itself is a beautiful. Sattam means truth. Shivam means Iva Shivatva, your own consciousness. Yeah. The truth will get you into your own consciousness, and that is beautiful. Sundaram, Anand. Yeah. All the time. It is an ocean of joy. When it is completely aligned, we call dropping the lower self. When the lower self is dropped, you fully connected with your higher self through this, just controlling the mind. Through meditation, silence the mind. Yeah, that connection opens up, and you need not to import anything. Nobody will gift you something. You already have it. Only the access was closed. The bridge was full of clutter and a lot of obstructions. You remove those obstructions. You cross the bridge. Go to the other side. It is there. That blissful state is the domain of consciousness where lies the beauty of the truth. That is a Sattam, Shivam, Sundaram. Yeah, that you are experiencing. That is ultimate experience of human life is possible there. And if the enlightened ones are those who as 24/7 they are connected with that. Of course, by their choice, they can come down, do their work, and then go back. But they don't live there. They live in the higher state. They come down to do all these kind of things and go back. This is called the enlightened state or holistic living. This is the time, it's a joy of being. Just your beingness, like you drop the doing part of it. Doing is, earlier we were thinking if we do this, we'll be happy and all. Those are the doing range. You change it dimensionally. That is the third dimensional reality, the physical reality. But you drop that. You live in the physical reality, but you don't operate from that. You operate from your consciousness level. And that is what is called the joy of being and the oneness with your soul consciousness. It is your individual consciousness connected to the universal consciousness. Everything is accessible there. That is a oneness. So you be completely aligned with the oneness of the divinity. And that presence, the beingness is full of joy. No need that, you don't think that they will start laughing and dancing. No, but internally they're joyful. It changes their vibration, the energy. The people who come in contact with this kind of people, they feel it. There's no need to prove to anyone, or how many people are saying that he is happy. No need. Who cares? Who is asking for the certification of somebody else? They're connected with the divine. That's good enough. Yeah. That is the joy of being. That is the joy of, you live your life, every moment of your life with a direct first-hand connection. Many things will happen in the external life. They will come and go anyway. Yeah. Whatever so-called happiness will come and go. Whatever your sadness will come and go. Unhappiness, likes, dislikes, all will come and go. It is like a floating river. You will just witness it. You are connected. You are witnessing. Many things will come and go. By that, as you are connected with the divinity, you are in the oneness and joy of being, you will be able to give the appropriate response to whatever happening in your life. You will not get too upset, or that go to the extreme level of suicide. No way. You are already liberated from this. Even from the fear of death, you will be liberated from all those kind of things. That is the joy of being. You're operating from that. You know the truth. It is the impermanence of life. You accepted the truth and you get connected with that kind of divinity all the time. And then with that state, there is nothing else to do. You surrender your life for the humanity. And then you get, blessings, the Babaji and all that. We surrendered the life and you will be getting guided. Many things will come and go. I'm not saying that external life, the problems not happen. It is not other way around. In fact, if you go to that state, more problem will come to you. But you will be able to take the appropriate decision, but your wisdom. Not only problems in your life, your capacity will grow so much. Not only you, maybe you will take care of your other family members, their problems. Then as a whole, the society you belong, maybe more people's problems, you'll be able to handle it. Yeah? To do that, unless until you can handle yours, how you can get help to others? Yeah? Then you become a useful tool of the divine. Divine will operate through you. All the power you need, all the things, like not the solutions, rather, solution people have to find out themselves, but the power to do that, approaching life. Rather than the poor me syndrome, they will come to the I love myself. Self-love will ignite. They feel the power from within. And that is the job of these people. They empower people. They don't overpower them. Earlier, we used to overpower them. I need everybody to be my subordinate. That gone. You push them up, uplift their lives. They will take care of themselves. Everybody has a soul and the consciousness. They just need the connection. That's the only thing missing. And that is the awakening. So they become instrumental in awakening the potential in every one of those peoples, and they become the divine agent. And that's how the overall, the humanity, grows into the oneness. Yeah? So that is the whole cycle of coming from the life, we had, or maybe something still having, up to the level. Externally, nothing has changed, maybe. But internally, if you connected full of power, even there is no fear. The main transition is from living in the life of fear to the living in the life of love, pure love. The power of love will guide you, drive you. So, and all those kind of things, that whatever you think you are insignificant, you are, that all these negativities and things like that will disappear from your psyche. It will disappear. You will not get, carried away and bothered with all the negative events in your life. They will keep happening. That is the way it is designed. The way I explain is, it is like in a game of cricket. You are the batsman. Yeah? Every ball in the life is a game of cricket. Say, every ball will come at you. Every other person, bowler will come, throw at their best power and the skill. They will throw the ball at you, and they want you to get out. There are 10 other players into the field. Their job is to get you out as quickly as possible. Multiple ways, the catch and maybe the hit wicket, the run out and many other things they can do. But their job is to reduce your run and to make you out as quickly as possible. That's what the game is, and life is also like that. So that means you will run away from the game of cricket or get bowled in the first ball? No. You have to play the game. You have come here. You have chosen in this world to play this game. All the ball will come to you to make you out and score less as much as possible. That is a game. Many others are there to do that job. Your job is to defend yourself first, defend your wicket, and then slowly you develop the skill so that you can score from the same situation. Every player goes into the field, every batsman, they face the same situation. It is not only meant for you. You are not a victim, you are a player. Okay. When we take that, then all adversities, negativities, like other bowler is too strong, or maybe give bodyline bowling or whatever, bouncer, will not complain about that. Will take as a challenge. The challenge is one step better than complaining. Negative to positive little bit, and you go further. You take it as an adventure, as a sport. Then you come to the level where you are operating from the Shivatva. It's all Leela. You understand that everything is game. So how to go there? Make the score. It's only your skill. And the skill of making score, where it starts with observation, giving attention to each and every ball coming towards you. You need not to run away, you need not to fight, you need not to cry, you need not to complain. You have to watch. That is a witness consciousness we start with. Watch each and every ball, from the bowler, how he twists the ball, from where he lives, and normally what trajectory it follows, it could take and come this side, and then it will come and hit this thing. So I place myself. It's all start with the observation. Then I develop my skill. Just giving the observation give me the clue where I should be placing myself rather than complaining. I don't have time. I have to place properly and place the bat properly. If it is a very tough, we'll defend. If it is little bit, I realize it will not go toward my wicket, I will try to hit the ball. Yes, there are 10 people there who are there to stop my ball or, make me run out or reduce my run or catch. Yes, 10 other fielders are there, players are there. But then just giving attention, you will also realize not only there are 10 people, there are 10 gaps as well. Because they are not a wall. They cannot cover all the space. In fact, the percentage-wise, maybe they have covered 10% of the field, 90% is open. Find the gap. That is a gap awareness we practice in the meditation. Yeah. When you focus, gap increases. Very good player, they find gaps and gaps. As 90% are gaps only, full of gaps. By their skill, they place the ball into the gap. Such a gap, then fielder, even they are running, they cannot catch the ball, it crosses the boundary. Yeah, that's how they make score. You become so skillful by placing the ball, not complaining, not crying, not running away, nothing of that sort. Just witness, developing the skill, hold your position, show your strength. Yeah. Then you keep on placing ball, you become so skilled, then nobody in the world can make you out. Then you go to the level of mastery, no matter what happens. Either you defend or make score, nothing else. They cannot make you out. It is your choice. Which ball to play, which ball not to play, when to score, not to score, it's all your choice. This is the mastery. When you come to the master level, then as clear that nobody can actually make you out unless until you allow them to. If you lose focus, then possible. Some gap may be found, but otherwise not. All the time you're alert and aware. Yeah? This alertness and awareness, alert and aware, is a spiritual quality that we develop. Yeah? It applies to anything in the life. I'm giving example of cricket, but the same thing applicable everywhere. You need to be alert and aware, not creating tantrum and complaining and shouting and crying and asking sympathies, and no need. Just be aware. Yes, something bad happened, but be aware. Okay. Anything bad is happening, also give the clue how to solve it. Any ball that comes to you, also it gives you where to place it or to defend it. It's in the ball. Just you have to watch and be aware. And give appropriate response, not reaction, respond. Well thought. It's all skill. Yeah? So you become so masterful, nobody can make you out. You are master now. So you choose when to leave the game or field. Suppose you say, okay, after double century, I will declare. So you declare. You are not out. You declare yourselves that that's enough for me. I achieved my goal and that's it. Yeah. That's how the living life like a master. You are the master of life. Earlier, whatever complaining about these things are doing is all gone. No longer exist. It is you decide when to leave. You decide how long to stay in the grave. You decide what is your target. You meet the target as a challenge. And that's it. Then you declare, and then you played the game well. And that is what is a successful life is all about. It is not about hitting every ball, not about complaining about like injustices and who selected this player and all nonsense. No matter who comes, it's okay. You play. So you have that. The people get answers, and you have done your skill and things like that. And end of the day, you become grateful to the divine. Thanks for giving this opportunity for me to play in this world. That's it. Okay. All right. With this, we'll conclude this learning session. So now, if you have any question, you are free to ask me. Let me save the attendance. All right. So any question? Okay. Lalitendra? Lalitendra, normally you are recording, right? Yeah, if you are recording, then when you ask questions, those are not recorded. Okay. Anybody else in your in your room? Rekha or somebody is there? Yeah, can you ask questions from Rekha? You silent your, keep it running, but you ask question from the Rekha's terminal. Okay, so that your question will be recorded.
Guruji, my question is that usually when men come into the when a man faces all of these issues pertaining to emotional issues, usually the response is to immerse ourselves in work instead of facing it right away. How and the way the ideas that you gave today, that we ought to achieve equanimity instead of cutting out the negative portions of our life,
right?
And facing it head on instead of blocking our mind by using any of the substances or any of the addictions. These addictions just insulate our mind instead of enabling us to perceive the problem.
Mhm.
Guruji, my question is, what are the tips that you? My request is if you can give any tips as to how to achieve this equanimity, because many times the problem that comes up is that the moment we have when we are meditating, of course, it's pleasant, but the next moment when we have that same train of thoughts, I think we fall equally hard.
Yeah. Mhm. Yes.
Yes, Guruji.
Okay. See, equanimity is a masterly state. Okay. Don't need to jump there for the time being. So initially, you start with Shakshiva, witness consciousness. Try to detach yourself as a affected person versus victim, affected person to a witnesser. That is the first state you need to develop. Whatever happening in your life, you have to objectively witness them. External event, then you enhance that witness things in what is happening in your head, what the thoughts, what the emotions passing through your mind. You witness that. Second, if you can develop these two skills, 80% of issues will be, you will get the solution automatically. Because you will not be the part as a victim. You will be the part as a witnesser. And witnesser, that automatically some solution will be flashing within you. Intuitively will get there. But if you are playing those kind of role, that intuition will not come. Mind will, take you to mostly towards the negative, like your suffering or sadness and things like that. So if you just do that objectively, then it is the first step you can practice in your work environment. Second thing is, when anything is happening, which you see that triggering your emotion triggering means you are not disconnected. Okay, your mind had already triggered the emotion. Like feeling sad or angry or whatever. Yeah. If you realize that your emotion is triggered, focus on your breathing. If you focus on your breathing, it will calm down. Because this is the way we connect to our consciousness. Okay, just by focusing your breathing, you are in the conscious state and you is connected, the prana. Okay, the mind will calm down and the emotions will calm down because you are now handing over. You missed the first opportunity of witnessing it and not allowing it to get in. But if it gets in, then your emotion is triggered, then focus on your breathing. Don't react till you come to a state of calming down. Your emotion need to calm down. Otherwise, whatever decisions you take, it will be contaminated. It will take few minutes. I'm not saying half an hour you meditate. I'm not saying that. Okay. But to control, first you compose yourself. Now come to a stable ground. Then only you will do it. Once you have done it, you are not giving the initial reaction and neither you allow the emotion to be triggered and further affecting your mind and thoughts and talk, everything will get contaminated. So those are stopped in this way. Then you analyze the situation. Okay, just pure observation, because you are already from your experience, you will know that what the decision you are going to take. In this moment, I'm telling with few minutes, but when it will happen maybe few seconds. Then what my teaching is that you have multiple options. Choose the option which lead you to your peace of mind, not what is the right thing to do or what is your duty in that point. People often go there and then, trouble themselves because they lose their peace of mind, and the peace of mind goes means you are in a trouble. So following your route, you choose the option which leads you to the peace of mind. If not taking any action gives you the peace of mind, then don't do anything. But here often people ask me that if I take action also, that's fine. I will not lose my peace of mind. Then you do. Question is that you take the action. If you don't lose peace of mind, it's very good. You take the action. But if you find out by taking any action, you will end of it, you will lose your peace of mind, then none of action will be good for you. You better take non-action. You just let it go. And that will be your response to the situation. Because in this way, you can hold your peace of mind. So these are the things, the options. So of course, it depends on the case-to-case basis, but this is the approach you will take. Sakshiva first. If it triggered his emotion, go to that following your breath, Vaira Mudra. And third, once you do, you analyze and choose which keeps you to help you to keep your peace of mind. That's it. Okay.
Okay, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Okay. God bless you. Okay, Shupriya.
Pranam RP.
Pranam.
I was asking if you were talking about how we invite diseases into our lives with our thoughts, right? So one question was, when small children get diseases of various kinds, or animals get deadly diseases, how do we relate that? Is it their karma only, or
it can be their karma, or maybe vibrationally they are not being able to adjust. I'm not saying vibration is negative. They cannot adjust with that. Like just to give an analogy, it is the temperature of water you take bath. Different people, they can withstand a certain level of temperature. One particular temperature may be too hot for somebody. They cannot withstand. They can get skin rash. But another people, they enjoy that hot bath. So it is a mismatch between the external frequency and the entity, the animal or the person's vibration. The mismatch created this kind of issues. Basically, they need to change the vibration or change the external conditions to come to that place. Okay, so this is for the children and the animals, it is because of that mismatch. Okay, karmic thing is one, but other than karmic, because of that mismatch that can happen. So that's why what we normally recommend is to raise the vibration of the environment. No matter what, wherever it is, whatever is causing it, if the overall vibration of that home goes higher, then these things can take care of themselves.
Yes.
So this
Thank
is
you
how
so much. Actually, I also wanted to share, if it's okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So my pet has been suffering for the last 1 year, very much. He has a very severe virus, fatal virus, but he has been dealing with this for the 1 year. I just wanted to share how RPA has been helping him to overcome this. Every time, at least 3 or 4 times, it was almost a scenario where we thought we lost him, and I have been following these guidelines which RPA has been asking me to do, and they help. But then when the situation becomes totally out of bounds, I don't have any. I have to call him. He sends healing, and he sends positive vibrations, and I don't know what happens with divine blessings. It has happened at least 3 times or 4 times in the last 1 year where he has come out of this situation. So I am extremely grateful. I wanted to, express my gratitude to RP. Thank you so much, RP.
All Babaji's grace. So it is a cat, and what is the name? His name?
Joey. I named him Joey as victorious, Bengali Joey.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
All right. Any more question? Yeah, Taposh, go ahead.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam.
The question actually is slightly bit different than the subject today, but it is something to do with some soul. Here, as I understand, one soul is linked with the package of mind and body. Correct. No? Now, here is now, if you really see the population which is increasing every year, less than 1% for the last 3 years, I'm finding. If that is the way it is going, then is it that the number of souls also getting increased? Bit funny question, I know.
No, not funny question. It's a good question. Yeah.
So here my question is furthermore that the souls are also getting increased. Now, another thing is that in case for any other reason, let us say the population drops because of pandemic or something may happen, then in that case, then the number of souls gets decreased, or the soul knows how to stay alone, and it doesn't matter to him whether the mind and body exist or not.
Okay, the last part of the question I will answer a little later. Maybe I will ask you to repeat and I will answer that separately. First, let us understand about the world. Okay, what is happening to the world? You are looking at a window of maybe 30, 40, 50 years. That window, you're saying somebody coming and going and losing. Yeah, okay. You have to extend it to a few thousand years. Okay. Actually, it is eternity when it is happening. So in the local context, it may looks like increasing or decreasing. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, soul has started millions of years back into the planet Earth. Okay. All souls have started, and for the time being, even though there are cases where the soul, they merge with the divinity, the moksha. Okay, that is possible. That is the ultimate, that is the thing, and that will merge with the creator. Basically, it is said that its only job is to create. It's keep creating the soul. At the same time, end of its journey, it is coming back to the source. Okay, that's what happened. It's a cycle. Yeah. Now, in the middle, you picked up a small fragment, and you are analyzing the statistics of what is happening into that window. Okay.
Correct.
Now, I'm just giving a perspective of that. Now, before I come to that. So this is happening. All the time it's happening. Some souls are generated, created. Creator is creating different souls, not the planet Earth. There are multiple, it's a multiverse. Many other planets and many other dimensions are there. They have their own soul's journey. End of it, it merges. They got enlightened or moksha and merged. Like a river merges the ocean. Same water may be again cloud and come and start raining and form another river and come back to the... So it can happen multiple times. So there is not an issue there. Yeah. Thing is, now let us concentrate about the soul which has already come to the planet Earth.
Yeah.
Okay. So let us talk about that. All of us, we came to the planet Earth millions of years back, and we started our journey as a mineral. I'm not talking Darwin's theory of, the evolution of life. I'm not talking that kind of science. I'm talking about the soul's journey. Mineral spent 5 million years as a mineral, as a stone or sand or metal or something like that. Then it evolved into the single cell plant, phytoplankton or something of that, mostly sea, in the water. Then it was, sea, and then plant, and then land plant, and the small plant, the bush, and the trees. We spent, millions of lifetimes of that kind of nature. Yeah, we experienced that. We started with a mineral, single dimensional, then the 2-dimensional, and all this kind of thing. So dimension changes, and we become, or you can say 0 dimension, which is metal, single dimension, only height, only. Anyway, so we come to then animal, then again from amoeba to multiple cell, and then the birds and fish, and then mammals, and then finally the human being. Okay, human is the last state of the soul's journey. So from the human, you have to go to the enlightened being. Okay, that is the only exit point. In other words, everyone, all the soul need to follow the path, and end of it, it will get enlightened and it will go back to and moksha and merges with the universal consciousness. It just collects all the experiences and goes there. Okay. Now, if you understand that process, then let me come to your question of what happens if the mass level of people dies.
Correct.
If they dies, they're born again. Till they finish that their experience quota or karma and thing like that, they got enlightened, then that is only exit.
Yeah.
So mass level of people of dying is not an issue. They will born again. They are 10, 20, 50 years or maybe instantly in another place. Okay. Those are not coming to statistics yet, but they can come back born again. But if you are saying the history of the human populations, maybe last 500 years, then maybe you see there is a growth, explosion of population happening. Yeah, explosion of population happening because the death rate is decreasing. Okay, that's why they will live longer. Nothing wrong in that. Yeah. So only this lifetime will be more. So earlier, death was more frequent. So maybe 200 years time, they have to come 5 times. Now I have to come 3 times.
Yeah.
That's lifespan increase, individual lifespan. That's it. Okay. If you wanted to know why the population, overall count of population increased, then how much percentage of this the human population? You see the plants, the trees and all, so much deforestation and things happen. No?
Yeah.
So many animals earlier there, you assume, even though it is not the fully truth, but just for sake of your understanding, I'm saying, maybe some animal has evolved to human. Animals have reduced, that we don't know. We still search out how many tigers left into the forest, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So where those soul goes, maybe, just for sake of the statistically to understand that animals have reduced, human born are more. Maybe so much deforestation happened. So those are gone, but maybe the insects become more. You don't know. Yeah. But one small place, maybe the millions of insects, ants can stay. Yeah. Okay. Then they get evolved into coming to this kind of things. So overall, if you see that whatever maybe in a span of a million years or so, overall soul entered into the planet Earth and currently having are almost same.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So only few exit by this moksha and few entry by the creator was happening. Okay. Percentage very, very less.
Okay.
Mostly the same thing, it changed the form. You can say how soul changes the form. You can say that in this context, the number of, soul cannot be destroyed, cannot be created in that sense. It only changed the form, like energy. It's a form of energy.
Okay.
So you will ask me that just now you told that creator created the soul. It is actually, if you see, it is not created. It created a part of itself and put it as a one level. That's all.
Okay.
It is not originally created. It just takes away some part of it. It's like taking a small water from a sea. The water is not created. Only it is separated from the main pool and give it to an independent source.
Okay.
Overall water is same. Overall water in the creation remains the same. At the end of it, it comes to the river, comes back to the ocean, again become an ocean. That's it. Water is not lost. Water was neither created nor destroyed.
Yeah.
It merges into that, the pool of that. And exactly that is how the soul level thing works. Okay.
Yeah. Because it becomes easy when the understanding window is bigger, and if I talk about millions of years, then it becomes quite easy.
Yeah.
Because I touch the question with a small, short window.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That creates the illusion of growing in number, losing in number. Okay. But overall, it is same, all balanced. Okay, because everybody is evolving in their own soul. So many animals can become human in next birth and things like that. That's quite possible. Yeah.
So you said human is the last
incarnation in the planet Earth journey. Yes.
Oh, that is the last. Before that, he may be a tiger, he may be a plant or whatever.
Before that, it was a mammal.
Okay.
And mostly the monkey. Means just before human, the the animals who has got a vertical spinal cord,
Okay. Okay.
like, orangutan or,
Yeah, something of
who
that.
can stand in the 2 feet. Those are the just before human.
Just before it.
Before that was four-legged but mammal, like a cow and these kind of things. A tiger.
So if that human, if the records of that particular human in a particular life is negative, because as per his mind's deeds is negative, so soul decides to return him back. So he will come back again as a human, correct?
Sorry, I didn't get you. He has already become a human.
He is a human. He creates a lot of negative deeds. His accounts are not closed. And so so his soul decides to bring him back to us for more teachings and more learnings. So he has to come back, and it will be again a human, because human is the last.
Once you have transferred into human, it becomes a
He
human.
will keep on human.
Different category of human. Maybe they will suffer it too much, but they will not go back to animal.
Normally, they will not go back to non-human. They will not go back to non-human.
No. Normally, it doesn't happen like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if there are too much of issues and they are creating havoc onto this world and all, sometimes as a punishment, they put those kind of things into limbo. Then not this way, not that way. Thousands of years, they cannot take birth. It's stuck. That is possible. But return normally doesn't happen. I'm not saying it's not possible, but normally they don't go back.
Because if it is possible, I had another question based on this only. If it is possible, let us say from human to non-human, he is coming back. What if it is possible? Then my question was the accounts which was negative, and now the new account is opened with a non-human birth. Now those accounts which has to be reopened, can the mind of a human be similar performance with the mind of a non-human? And with it cannot be.
No, it's not possible. Yeah?
It's not possible.
It can take another birth to settle everything.
As a human.
Yeah. It cannot go back to this animal thing. But in the human itself, they can have a life of a human, but worse than animal.
Okay. Yeah.
Like somewhere in Somalia or something, not able to eat anything and all the time fighting and firing and all these kind of things.
Because the body is not very important, whether human, but the mind, which has done all the negative things and needs to be settled.
Yeah,
it's the mind which is very important here.
Correct. So, mind important, but mind only the temporary. Means it is only for that life.
Only for that life. Yes. Absolutely.
Next life you will get another mind. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. You can choose the mind. The type of karma you have done, you choose the mind accordingly.
The soul does that.
Soul level, there is no karma.
Soul is no karma.
Yeah. Don't think that soul has to carry the karma. Soul need not to carry it. Karma doesn't belong to soul.
Correct.
If the incarnated body has done it, he has to come back into the body to do that, repay that. That's all.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Okay. God bless you. All right. So if there is no further question, so we'll go. Okay. Okay, Ganesh.
Guruji, pranam.
Pranam.
Guruji, my question is, any significant today Babaji is there on our session today?
Sorry, can you say it again?
No. My question is, while starting the session, you told today Babaji is want to be with us for the session. Any significance or anything? So I thought I will just ask them.
Oh, okay. So, just clear answer is that it is Babaji's wish. Okay. Okay, his wish. And why he chosen, that's completely up to him. Yeah. But he chosen to give the blessings, of course, and to that, and see his presence is there, and in fact, if you notice, he is sitting just in front of my heart chakra, right? In the Hridaya.
Yes. It's beautiful, and we are enjoying that. That's why.
So it is honestly is Babaji's wish. I don't want to give my version of why I think it is. No, I don't know. Okay. So it is Babaji's wish. Babaji wants to bless you all with his presence and So that's why Babaji is here. In fact, initially when the message came, I was giving him suggestions. Are you really like to, sit here? He says, yes, I want. Put me there. So, he didn't give me any specific reason. That's why I cannot share. This. If I say something, it will be my version, which is not correct. So it is. Maybe he has to give message to someone that to whom the message has to go is already gone. Okay, or blessings is already gone. So I need not to have a role to play there. Okay. 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 God bless you, Indranil.
Pranam, Arpiji.
Pranam, Indranil.
I don't have a question. I just wanted to express my deepest and heartfelt gratitude. I was actually listening to the last portion of your discourse today, when you were very completely and vividly describing this cricket situation and how we face different circumstances in our life and how we need to be equanimous and keep on batting with the gaps and the people in the field and all of that. And then suddenly I realized that it is so much resonant, and it kind of gave me an experience, and I was in a moving car, but still, as if I was getting connected to all the cells of my life, of my body, and then every part of my body was connecting to this advice. It was so complete, graceful, and divine. So I thought I'll just take a minute to express my deepest gratitude to you and through you, Babaji.
A lot of blessings from Babaji. Okay, Nego.
Yeah, I think there is no question actually. I just wanted to inquire about this bronze statue of Babaji which is placed in front of you. So from where did you get this?
I ordered from Amazon.
Okay, is it available in Amazon?
So I found out somewhere. You can try that. You say Babaji in Amazon. You are currently in Chicago, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you ordered there. It came from US, whatever I got it. Okay. I searched many times in India, and I found out finally one gentleman he used to use, and he used to make the model, because Babaji doesn't give permission to everybody. Search Babaji, Mahavatar Babaji in the Amazon, and you may get it still. Okay. Okay, all right. So let us conclude our session today with Shanti Path. Okay. Om. Sarvesham swastirvavatu. Sarvesham shantirvavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Om sarve bhavantu sukhino. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhave. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Mangal.